Hi everybody. Hey, I wanted to share this video really quick today. I know it's getting late, it's tonight, it's taken me this long to get it done. I want to do a mental health challenge with you. I noticed this on Pinterest. I noticed there was a lot of mental health challenges and different ideas, and I thought, I didn't really love any of them because they all seemed really, really surface to me. Like, let's go and get a massage and let's take care of ourselves. And I am not against massage, I love that. But I wanted to focus on something that would help you every single day. Like, what is it that you can do first thing in the morning? Haven't you had those mornings when you just kind of wake up and you feel heavy? You just feel, oh, I don't want to do it. I've had moments like that, and you feel awful. And so if you start your day like that, it's really hard to pick yourself up and have a good day. It's hard to get through things. You feel tired. You might not make the best choices eating or taking care of yourself because you just grab a Coke or whatever you need to do to make yourself go when you don't want to go. So what I want to do is show you this simple process that I do every morning. I do it as often as I can. If I can't do this in the morning, I feel really cheated and awful and I don't want to do my day. And so I get up early to make sure that I get this time in. And so what really works is first thing, get up a few minutes early. I give myself now an hour because I've gotten so detailed, but you probably will need like 15 minutes. You get up in the morning and just as you're having your breakfast, as you're sitting there, I do it while I'm eating. I do it while I do my breakfast, and this is just part of my routine. But just sit still and close your eyes a minute and just think about your day. Do you have to meet with somebody? Do you have laundry? What's the list of things that you have to do? Think about those things and watch, just kind of feel how your body feels when you think about those things. Like if it's a certain person you have to go see, or maybe you have to go to the store, maybe you have to go to work and there's somebody at work, there's a meeting, there's something you don't want to do, or you just kind of notice, maybe you feel okay about some things, but you feel dread, like, oh, I don't want to do that. It's too much. I don't like this person. Just pay attention to how you feel about your day coming up. And if you can do this process then and smooth things out right now, smooth out how you feel about what's coming up, you will be amazed at how well things go. It's crazy, but it works. If you can, it's what I call lining up your energy. I've actually heard that talked about, lots of teachers talk about that. If I have a meeting that I have to go to and I feel really yucky about it, I'm not sure I want to do it, my energy will literally split. Part of me is like, oh, I'm not going with you. And I just kind of will have all these feelings about it. I'll feel tired. But if I can get myself all those emotions worked through before I have to do the meeting to where I just feel okay about it, then walking into that meeting and I'm now at peace and my energy is now lined up with the meeting and I know it's going to go well because I'm at peace, I'm focused, and I know I'll be okay. But when you have all these emotions about it, maybe it's a parent-teacher meeting and this teacher isn't someone you've liked and there's so many things can mess with us. And so no matter what I have coming, I line up the energy first. And that is what I'm going to show you how to do here. Just getting yourself on board with what's coming. And so if you do that for everything in your day, imagine how well it goes. And if you don't have time, just choose the one thing you kind of feel yucky about. And it could be laundry. It could be just looking at housework and thinking, I don't want to do it. It could be anything. Just think about how you're feeling. Because what we do is people think about what it is they have coming, and we don't even think about our emotions. People just, I feel like crap. I feel mad. I feel blah. But they don't think about, what am I feeling? Am I angry? Am I on edge? Am I frustrated? Am I sad? Am I overwhelmed? Am I anxious, worried? Take a minute and just feel it in your body and then feel what is the emotion and try to get it as specific as you can. That's step one. And I'm going to actually, here it is. I'm going to take a picture of this and I'm going to put it in the comments so that you can have it and think about it. So basically, identify what it is you're feeling. I feel frustrated and I actually feel it in my chest. I'm tense, I'm stressed, I feel it here. And really pinpoint it. And then once you've done that, number 2, you're going to think about, okay, you're going to ask this question. The part of me that's feeling all this tense, frustrated, scared, nervous, whatever the energy is, what does that part of me need? And let's just say I'm dealing with my son's teacher. I'm needing to feel safe. I'm needing to feel valued as a parent. I mean, to feel safe because I'm afraid she's going to judge me because my son's being a brat. I don't know, whatever you think. I'm afraid there'll be a confrontation. I need a peaceful, productive conversation, and I'm afraid I won't get it. So you're writing down all these things, and it's kind of hard because we're not used to thinking like this. For a minute, you might go blank. Just try and think, okay, if I could have anything I want, what would that look like? What do I need? The part of me that's tense. So if you can write that down, that helps too. And so after you've done that, so very first we're thinking about our day. We're identifying what we're feeling, where we're feeling it in our body. Then we're determining the need. Number 3, the part of me that's feeling all this crazy. What does this part of me need? And then next, we're honoring the emotion, whatever the feeling is. And this is a weird process. I know it's gotten more popular. It's been on the New York Times. It's been all over the place. It's with some of the best publishers now. I've seen it on Oprah. Tapping process. I use tapping to honor the emotion because it's easy and it works and it's fast. So if you've seen tapping before, awesome. If you haven't, I'm going to give you the briefest of brief explanations. Tapping it's called meridian tapping, and you're working on key meridian energy points in the body. So basically think about it. Your emotions are just energy in motion, okay? So all negative emotion is a disruption in your body's energy system, and that's why it hurts. When we think thoughts and we're not lined up with something, we're thinking scary thoughts, we're scaring ourselves, we're upsetting ourselves, our body's energy system will disrupt, and that will create the emotional discomfort. And so when we tap on key points on the body's energy system, this is just like acupuncture. Think of it as emotional acupressure. We're tapping on key points to help move that energy blockage that takes the edge off the emotion. And when we can take the edge off the emotion, now our thoughts start to change and we are able to think more clearly. It's a good way to take a step back, to start to see all sides of the question, to bring solutions in. It lines our energy up so we're not so stressed out, okay? So that's how you honor the emotion. And the reason I say this step is honor the emotion is we're not trying to talk ourselves out of it. Like, oh, it's stupid to be mad about this. It's stupid to be worried about a meeting with my son's teacher. It's, we're not judging ourselves. We're just letting it be okay. Whatever we do is okay. Whatever we feel is okay. And we even use language in this tapping that sounds like that. Even though I'm feeling really nervous and apprehensive about this meeting, I love and accept myself. And the language is said that way because if I'm trying to talk myself out of it and I'm judging myself for it, then I'm fighting it. I'm not willing to be in the experience because I don't want to be upset about it. But if I let it be okay and I don't fight the experience, now the energy can move and I can move through it. I can love myself through it. I can reconnect with me because I'm actually taking a minute to see how I'm feeling about it and work through it instead of just shoving myself aside and running through my day and hoping for the best. And that's what most people are doing, staying really busy. I love knowing this. And just as a side note, I had this most incredible client, and I hope she's listening to this. I loved her. But one thing she said to me is like, I love to have Xanax on board because if I get upset and stressed, it's comfort. It's knowing that I will be okay. And And I love giving you this process to, I'm not making a judgment about medication. I'm just saying, here's another tool you can do, because some people don't want to take it. You can work through and your mind and your emotions and try to get yourself calm on your own. What if it works? What if all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, I'm fine? It's nice to try. I mean, what are you out? So that's the way I look at it. I mean, it's not going to hurt, so why not try this? I know you're going to look weird tapping on these points. I've been doing this for years. My boys are used to it. They're always seeing me everywhere I go tapping, but it makes an incredible difference. And so how do we do this? We're going to do it really fast. There's so much I want to teach you and so much I want to do, and I can't have 10-hour live videos. So I'm going to show you this, and then I'm going to point out some resources after this to give you some more support if you're interested. So we're just doing this fast, and I want you to do it with me because you can learn while we do it. That's the best way to learn, is kind of to see how it flows. And you can do the same thing, and if you don't know what to do, you can just keep your words on whatever your emotion is, whatever it is you're needing, and tap. If you don't say it right, that's okay. Just whatever comes out, just start tapping. You're getting it out, you're acknowledging it. That will still help. So don't worry about getting your words perfect. The most important thing is you're tapping the side of your hand, you're taking deep breaths, and you're just saying, even though I'm feeling all this emotion, this apprehension, this frustration, this sadness, whatever it is. So we're going to actually do this, and I'm going to show you these points, okay? You can tap either side. You can tap both sides like this, or just one. It doesn't matter. So you tap the points. See, I just went right down my face. Okay, that's it. These are the points. The next one is, can you see, here's my collarbone, like right here. Here's the base of my throat. It goes over about an inch right here. This is a good point to know. So if you are out in public and you're feeling really anxious all of a sudden, this is a side note too. You can't be tapping and everything out in public, right? But you can hold this point and you can massage it like this, and it will calm everything down really fast. And it's a little easier to do in public. So you can massage that point like this. And then the next point is right where your bra strap would be, right there. Okay? And then top of your head. So we're going to do this process as if, oh, I'm a mom, I'm scared, I have to talk to my son's teacher and I'm worried about it. So you could use this same tapping, and you could tap with me right here about any problem you're having. Maybe you need to have a conversation with your husband and you're nervous about it. Maybe it's about something serious and you're afraid that you're going to start fighting or something. I don't know. Your subconscious mind, as you're doing this tapping with me, will find the parallels to whatever you're feeling, and you'll find the relief. You'll start, and how you'll notice that you're getting relief and you're getting somewhere with this tapping is the tone of your thoughts will start to calm down. And basically it goes from being really negative or really stressed to all of a sudden your thoughts will start to sound like, well, it's not that big of a deal. I'm sure she's stressed too. I'm sure it will be okay. I'm sure there are options. And when you start to notice that, that means you're winning. That means it's starting to pass. All that stress is starting to pass. So you're going to start here. So remember, this is step 3 of the process. I know I'm giving you a ton of information right now, but this is step 3. Honor the emotion. So remember, you thought about your day. You wrote down your emotions. You asked yourself, the part of me that's feeling this emotion, what does this part of me need? You figured that out. Now you're going to honor what that feeling is, and you're going to tap here. So we're doing this tapping process to just help that emotion work its way through. So it's right here, and it just sounds like this. And you can tap with me. You can repeat it after me, or just repeat it in your mind. I just usually listen to whoever's tapping. If it's me, if it's somebody else, then I just tap along. Or sometimes I do my dishes and I listen to other tapping things, and I'm not even tapping, and I notice my body relaxing because my subconscious is already doing it. So whatever you do is great. So here it is. Even though I'm feeling all this apprehension about talking to my son's teacher, I'm afraid she's going to be judging me. I'm afraid she's going to think I'm a horrible mom. I really need her to understand that I'm trying my best and that I don't know what to do either. I love and forgive myself. It's hard when you feel judged or afraid you're going to be judged and you're not sure what to do, or maybe there are parts of me that are angry and disgusted because maybe there's a part of me that wants to blame her. I don't know. There could be a lot of emotions around this. I love and forgive myself. I'm doing the best I know how. So even though I'm feeling all this stress and fear about going in there, and I'm kind of annoyed because I don't want to go in there, I'm busy, I don't have time for this, I love and forgive myself. I'm doing the best I know how. So see how I'm just talking out the emotions, even though I'm feeling all this stuff. I love and forgive myself. I'm doing the best I know how. And then you're just going to go through these points. Even though I have all these emotions about this conversation, I feel stressed out and mad about it, and it hasn't even started. I feel worried. I feel embarrassed. I wish my kid was doing better in school, and I'm frustrated and I'm burned out, and I've tried everything I know how with this kid, and I need people to understand that I am trying my hardest and things are still hard, and I'm embarrassed because I don't want to make the teacher's life hard. I'm needing some understanding. I'm needing my son to feel safe and welcome in this classroom, and I'm not sure that's happening. And I might not ever get that. I give myself compassion, kindness, empathy. This is hard. Even though I have all these emotions, I do appreciate my son's teacher. She was willing to call me. She was willing to have this conversation. It's probably not an easy conversation for her to have either. I'm open to this conversation going really well. I'm open to walking in, really appreciating her for her efforts, for everything she's tried. Maybe she's feeling the same way I am. She's tried everything she knows how to do, and we're both kind of at a loss. I don't know. Maybe he's doing really well. Maybe she has some wonderful ideas that I haven't thought of. Maybe it's going to be a really productive, wonderful time. Maybe it's going to change the whole course of how school's going for us. I don't know. It's funny that I'm so nervous and on edge about something that could be the best thing that ever happened to me. I'm choosing to release all this fear and stress, and I'm choosing to take care of me, and I'm choosing to go into this meeting knowing that it's going to be okay, and appreciating her and appreciating me and appreciating the situation and knowing that we're going to find a solution and that things will be okay. Okay, can you see you start to take deep breaths doing that process? And one thing I like to add after tapping is what's called a spinal flush. So there's a lot of details and reasons you do this. I don't have time to go into them, just trust me. You put your hand here and go down your back like that. And that just helps. That's one more meridian. It just helps move things along. So after you've done that, I would suggest tapping. Sometimes when you're tapping, even more things come up, more details about the problem. All of a sudden it's like, she's never been fairer to my son. He's never felt safe there. And you could have more, like another cluster of emotions. If that's the case, start tapping over and tap on that. Keep tapping until you just feel calm. You literally feel grateful. You feel at peace. Then you're going to walk into that situation a completely different person, different expectations, and you're more open to having a good conversation instead of just, almost defensive. So that is one way that I would have lined out that coming up in my day. So after you honor what you're feeling and you start to take the edge off, then think about that emotion and the need. Is there something you can do to get the need met? If there is, then do what you can. That will help guide you in the next step to take. If there isn't, sometimes there isn't. Like if somebody dies and you need more time with them, you're not going to get it. Sometimes we need all kinds of things that we aren't going to get. And if you're a parent, I can tell you you've got a list of those kind of needs and you're not getting met. And so what you do is when you do the tapping, you just give yourself empathy and compassion. You know, I'm feeling this emotion. I'm needing more time and I lost this person. I give myself compassion and empathy. It's really hard. Just doing that will help the emotion pass. It will help the intensity pass because the emotion is just happening to let you know that your thoughts are going crazy a little bit, that there's a need that you have that's not being met. So if you listen, you acknowledge the need and you move through it, then the emotion can go, okay, she's got it. And it calms down and you just feel this relief. So that's kind of how you line out your day. And so that's the process. And I know that's a lot of information. And if you're like, what is this tapping? I don't even know what I'm doing. A while ago, I made this CD. It's called Live Lighter, Eliminate Emotional Stress in Minutes. And what I did is basically I took the top 12 negative emotions. There's boredom and sadness and anger and frustration, guilt, loneliness, depression, worry, stress and overwhelm, inadequacy, jealousy, and discouragement. And I just did this process for you, like what that emotion's calling you to do. You learned about the emotions, and basically when you're working through this, if you could just identify the emotions, then you can go, okay, I'm feeling anger, track 5, or depression, I feel really heavy and sad and just down, just drained. Then you would choose depression. You can download this program on my website, jennywalker.com, and it's $20, and it's 2 full, on here on the hard copies, it's 2 full CDs, but it was made to be fast, a fast solution to teach you this, and you just have to tap along. So if you're like, I can't remember all this, you turn it on while you're doing your hair and it will get done for you. While you're putting your makeup on, it will still make your day go better. All you needed to do was check and know what your emotion was and listen to it. That's another way through this. But I want you to just pay attention about how amazing your day can be if you just think about it first. Calm that anxiety down. Look at each thing and don't just say, oh, I have anxiety and I don't know why. What am I feeling and where am I feeling it in my body and around what event? And then take the edge off each event and notice how much better you feel. So I hope this is helpful. I will put this in the comments so that at least you can see the steps. I think I've got also some tapping guides that show you the points that I'll share there too, and I will also share the link to this. So, and this also, what comes with this is the PDF of the whole thing so that you can just find and read it if you want while you're eating your breakfast, whatever's easy. So if you have any questions or anything else you want to know about this, I think you'd be amazed. Just try it. Just try and start getting in touch with you. Because everywhere I go, I'm hearing people say, I don't know, I just suffer from anxiety. I understand. I was suicidally depressed, believe it or not, for a long time. And I had to find the map out by researching for years. And so all it is it's a cluster of emotions, stuck energy, stuff going on that you just need to sort through. And this is one way that you can start that process of getting back in touch with you and seeing what's going on. So thank you for watching. It's fun as always, and I have a couple more challenges and ideas coming. So thank you. Let me know what you think. Bye.